The goal of every small group is to reproduce. And if a group is healthy, it will be able to successfully launch a new group. But of course, there's a certain critical mass that's required for that to happen. Now, there's no set numerical value that's going to dictate when a group is able to launch a new group. But instead, I want you to consider several factors that will affect whether a group has the numerical strength to reproduce itself. The first factor is an outward focus. If people in the group are outwardly focused and if they're invitational, then it's going to take fewer of them to be able to launch a new group, because people with that attitude have the vision and the energy to succeed, and they'll already be doing the right things even though there are fewer of them. And so what's really more important than just the raw numbers in the group are that you have people in the group who have an outward focus. And then secondly, that's also important, more than numbers, is that your group work as a team. We believe that everything in a small group should be done as a team. And so to launch a new group, you have to have enough people on the team for the new group and the old group as well. Now that leadership team might be 3 to 4 people for each group. So what's more important than just sheer numbers again is that you're working together as a team. Because technically then, a group of just 6 people could launch another group with 3 people in each group if those people were all part of the team and if they were committed to being invitational. Now, as you think about this question, how big should my group be to launch a new group? It's really important to understand that leadership is key. More important than the number of attenders is the number of trained leaders. So you could have a very large group that's a long ways from being prepared to launch a new group if they don't have enough adequate trained leaders to lead the old group and the new group alike. So you see, it's not just numbers, but maturity. Let's think for a second about group dynamics. A group of more than 12 members begins to become frustrating for many of the people who come. They will have a harder time getting to know everybody else in the group. They'll have a harder time participating in the discussion and the prayer and other group elements. And the location might begin to feel crowded or noisy. And so as a group gets to the middle teens, and especially in the upper teens, people start to drop out, and people who visit don't come back again. But sheer numbers is not the issue. As members of the group grow to maturity, the group has a great chance of being successful at reproducing. In other words, as people in the group go full circle, as they start to help other people pursue God, then that group is going to be increasingly capable of multiplying itself in another new group. Now, as you think about all of these things, I want you to consider this last point, and that is, don't wait. The best strategy is to pave the way for reproducing long before it becomes necessary. Don't wait till the group gets uncomfortable or people start dropping out. But a leader who's giving away ministry, who's raising up other people to lead, that's going to prepare your group to reproduce long before it's forced to by sheer numbers. And so you've got a group that's being invitational, that's making disciples, that's raising up leaders. That group's going to be healthy and vibrant. And not surprisingly, that's also the group that's going to be prepared to reproduce a new group, regardless of the sheer numbers.